Hello, Samara. Thank you so much for jumping on board and sharing your style transformation with our gorgeous community. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Samara Parish. I am in Canberra, where it is just turned spring, which is amazing. And I am a romance writer, but I also work at the university physics department. So it's a bit of a dual thing there.
Fantastic. And can you share with us your style profile as well, like your style, personality, color palette, and body shape?
Absolutely. So I am an elegant slash dramatic, with a little bit of classic in there, but mostly elegant dramatic. I am a warm muted, and I'm a triangle.
Perfect. And can I just say, love that elegant dramatic combination. It's just like fantastic. And I've seen the outfits that you've created and they're absolutely fabulous. So can you tell us a little bit about before you started the style transformation, what you were finding challenging with your wardrobe and what you were sort of struggling with when putting outfits together?
It was, I mean, a lot of it was the shopping, right? Because I'm the kind of personality that's like, oh, should I get that? Should I buy that? That looks pretty. That looks really great. And then there was like just always this question because it costs a lot of money to go shopping. So you want to make sure that you're investing it right. And I often wasn't. Like I remember my first royalty check. I saw this like gold puffer jacket. Like it was just like this. It was great. It looked great on the model, and so I bought it and I wore it one time and felt like a fool the entire time. And so I had a lot of those pieces in there where I'm like, because I'm not very good at like I'm not somebody who can go op shopping and look at all these clothes and go, oh, that would look good together, right? Like I'm always somebody that goes into a shop and sees it on the mannequin and just like, oh, that's really pretty. Yeah. So I guess it's given me kind of skills to deal with that because I wasn't able to put together outfits unless somebody else had done it for me.
I love that because that was exactly me. And I
Yeah.
needed a formula.
Yes. Yeah. I needed to be able to look at something and go, oh, those are going to look really nice together, or that's going to sit this way on your body and it's going to have this shape. And I'm still not like 100% there, right? Like I have tried on every single like maxi denim skirt that's on sale at the moment, and none of them look good at me. And I'm like, oh, damn. But at least I know why it doesn't look good on me now. But yeah, so I'm not 100% there in terms of being able to look at something and go, brilliant, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, and that does just take that little bit of practice in terms of we start noticing that theory and going, okay, now I understand why it doesn't work. So it's
And
almost
it's
like,
fun, right? Like
yeah,
that's the fun bit. And I like, I mean, I've always liked clothes, but I've never had fun with it like I have fun with it now. Like getting dressed is fun. I'm looking at my wardrobe and I'm like, I could do this, and I like rules. So being able to go, oh, okay, I'm going to put this together because it's going to widen my shoulders. And I bought brooches recently because I'd never, and they were like $5 from Levitza or something like that, but they just put together my outfit like so well. And I know now, like I do that so that I'm drawing attention to the upper half of my body. And, I never would have, yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying
oh,
it.
I love
And
that. I
I'm
love it.
enjoying it with people. Like I'm sharing it with people, which is what I really love. Like I've noticed that I was at a writing conference a couple of weeks ago, and there was a cocktail party. It was very glamorous. Everybody was beautiful. And I think the words that came out of my mouth more than anything was such a good color on you. I must have said it like a half dozen times, but I notice it now. And as soon as I notice it, I'm sharing. I'm like, oh, that is a really beautiful color on you. And so I do that at work. I think I'm sharing fashion in a way that I hadn't before, which is nice.
And it's really just that noticing as well and enjoying other people's
Oh,
fashion as
so
well.
much. So much. The number of times I'm like caught out just like staring at somebody who's at the cafe and I'll be like, oh, look at that outfit. That is superb. She's rocking it. Like, yeah, I really, yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot more than I ever have. So.
So what actually prompted you to join the style transformation? Because often, we will know that we're struggling with something or something we're finding is quite challenging, but often we don't do anything about it. What actually prompted you to join the style transformation?
I had somebody say to me, "Oh, look, if you like fashion, you should try this." So I was given a link. It was a referral, and I went to one of the one night things, and I really like to learn things. Like I'm somebody who has like a dozen courses going on at once, and and it, it was just I loved learning, and it was such a fun thing to learn about, and it was so different to so much of my learning over the past decade has been either work related or writing related or something like that. And so this was just a cool course that I could learn all this really interesting stuff that was like immediately, like I could just walk into my wardrobe and implement it. And so I really just loved learning. And actually that's half the reason why I recommend it. Like I'm talking to everybody about it, but I really recommend it for people who are just in the mood to learn something. And then I'm like, oh, I have a course for you. It's really great.
And it's learning for you and doing something actually for you as
Yeah.
well, which is great. Oh, I love that. So, what was your biggest aha moment? What was the biggest thing you took away from the program?
Um, I feel like it was about my shape, and being triangle. And I've always hated it because I didn't know how to dress for it. And sometimes I still hate it if I put something on that's really cute and it doesn't suit me. But I'm not putting so much on now that because I can usually tell in advance. I'm like, oh, that's not going to work because it's puffy at the sleeves, and I don't need something puffy here. It's going to widen my legs. So but I can find the pieces that do look good on me now. And so it's given me a whole lot more confidence in my body because I can dress for it and know that I'm looking really good. So,
I hear you. I used to really beat myself up about it as well, but I
mm,
also have this thing in my head that, you know, we have this thing that, oh, if we do this or that, it will change that body architecture. But
mm,
actually, our body architecture is our body architecture. And once we learn to embrace it and love it and learn how to dress to create other shapes, it just opens up so many other
yeah.
possibilities for us so that we don't get stuck on those bits of us that, we want to sort of skim over instead.
Yeah, I think so. And learning to like really hide, like I like to work with what's good about people. Like that's such a nicer mindset to go into it. So if you can kind of go into your fashion and your wardrobe focusing on like what's good about your body, I think has made a big difference for me.
Absolutely. And what about some other takeaways that you took from the program?
I mean, color is a big thing. Color
Yeah.
was a huge thing, and then the other one is contrast. So I'm a medium contrast, and that has been really big because it doesn't mean I had to have a whole new wardrobe. I am moving away from the black. I'm switching it out with navy or with charcoal. My wardrobe slowly but it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just going to put a gold necklace on, or I'm just going to do something else that creates contrast, and so that's actually made doing my makeup easier every morning. It's like, oh, quick, okay, cool. I'm going to put a, brown eyeliner on because contrast is good for me. So,
Yeah, and can I just say you're absolutely nailing your color today. And look at that beautiful texture in your top as well. Like it's
oh, the
perfect.
orange, it's beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah, just
it's
so gorgeous for you.
and
Um,
it's like a triangle, so that builds it out and it ends at the right spots. And yeah, this was a good one. You can see this.
Love it. Really nailed it. Makes me so happy. So what about I guess other people noticing? If other people notice the change.
Oh, all the time. All the time. I don't know if they've noticed a change because a lot of the people that I see, like I might see once a year or something like that, but definitely people coming up to me in those situations, like the conference that I was at, and going, "God, you always look so good. Oh, that outfit is so like all the kind of stuff." And it's like, yeah, and this is how I do it because this is because that's a lovely thing to share, I think. But yeah, I get a lot of comments on it, and I also comment. I guess it's just been a great discussion point. I like to talk.
So if someone's sort of thinking about doing this for themselves, what would
Do
you
it.
say to them?
do it. It's, there's so many good things about it. I mean, firstly, if you love learning anything, I say just do it. It's a really, really well structured course. It's a really well structured course. There's plenty of resources after the course. It's something that you can very quickly feel yourself mastering. So from a learning point of view, if you like to learn new things, this is a really fun, awesome thing to do, and it's very well structured. And then from a body confidence point of view, going out and knowing that you look really good and and what you're going out with suits you is really great. From a budget point of view, the number of things that I don't buy now because they're not right for me, like that. It's really interesting, that gold puffer jacket that I wore once and it's dreadful. And it was dreadful because I'm not supposed to have anything shiny, and I can fully. My coworker, she's got a completely different style personality. She's got a completely different style profile. And so I gave it to her. She rocks it. She looks great in it every day. But she's a completely different color palette, and she's a completely different style personality and body shape. And so it was nice that went somewhere. But I think, yeah, not buying things. And also I'm a bit of a stress head. I tend to look at things and go, oh, should I buy it? Should I buy it? I don't know if I should buy it. It looks really great. And now I can look at it and go, no, nope, it's going to look bad. Don't even think about it. So I've saved a lot of money.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Again, sounds very similar. I was in a very similar sort of thing. Samara, thank you so, so much for joining us and telling your style transformation journey. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, you've got one.
I have one thing. Yes, it's something you may not want to use, but I did the whole wardrobe reshuffle thing, right at the end. I paid attention to the rules. I did it right at the end. I was carrying around 2 decades worth of clothing, and I did it all in one day. And it was this move. I tore my rotator cuff because everything was a little bit too small because it's 20 years old. And so I was doing this move for an entire day, and I tore my rotator cuff. So definitely recommend, but do not do it all in.
We actually do recommend to do it in bite-sized chunks, not all at the same time. So there is a lesson for everybody.
Follow the rules.
You may actually injure yourself if you do your wardrobe all in one day. We don't even do a wardrobe in a day.
My physio was just I have never heard that. And I'm like, well, there's this course.
I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny from that perspective, but it is quite.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that warning for everybody as well, in terms of making sure that you take care of yourself when you do work in your wardrobe. Thank you so much again for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Seriously, this has been probably one of my favorite things that I've done in the past year. So thanks.
Thank you.